What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And in this video we will talk about Khephren Thuram and Manu Kone, because Fabrizio Romano and other journalists have pretty much confirmed that Liverpool are in direct contact with these two players. So you will hear all the transfer stories and all the latest news about Liverpool FC in this video. So if you enjoy these, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to build a nice community of football fans on my channel, especially Liverpool fans, and internal discussions are taking place over official proposals. Liverpool will of course get the MacAllister transfer done this week, and then we will move on to negotiations with these players. Liverpool asked for some time to close in on the MacAllister deal, and then we will decide on new midfielders, and that is really encouraging and really promising. And Manu Kone is the type of a more defensive minded player. He puts up similar numbers to like mid-tier defensive midfielders while not being just an out-and-out defensive midfielder. He has great dribbling with very good take on numbers and creative with good enough actions leading to goals and progressive distance with both passing and carrying. Khephren Thuram is overall better in the creative parts of the game. He has more dribbling, more chances created. He's a little bit less of a defensive minded player, and if we could get both players and MacAllister, I think that would be an absolutely fantastic transfer window. And with Fabinho, Bajcetic and potentially Henderson able to play the defensive midfield role, and if we add Manu Kone in that, then we would be absolutely sorted in the defensive midfield department. And in the box-to-box midfield department, we lose Naby Keita, we lose Oxlade-Chamberlain, but we gain Khephren Thuram and Alexis MacAllister, who are both fantastic young players with great potential. And if you, didn't watch these players extensively, but of course I watched YouTube highlights of them, and Khephren Thuram really reminds me of Wijnaldum in that he has bags of energy. He's really good physically and technically, but he's also 194 centimeters tall. He's absolutely massive, and he is muscular and also very good engine on him. So I would be absolutely over the moon if we signed both of these players. And this is what I like about Liverpool. We are not waiting around. We are on the front foot. We are trying to smash these transfers out of the park in this transfer window as early as possible. So everybody, every club knows that they will not have an easy time playing Liverpool next season. Liverpool had an off season, a really bad one, but next season our midfield will be much better with these players, because the main thing that has been missing from our midfield is youthful energy and also really hungry players who have a lot of desire and who want to win, and who are not really like satisfied like senior professional players. And let's put a hypothetical scenario out there. We complete the deals of MacAllister, Khephren Thuram and Manu Kone. Then we would have a midfield of Henderson, Thiago, Fabinho, Bajcetic, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, MacAllister, Kone and Thuram. That midfield has bags of energy. They have youth and experience mixed together. And if all three new signings fit into our playing style, and if they all hit the ground running, that Liverpool are in for a fantastic season and a fantastic future. And remember, Thiago, Henderson, Fabinho, they are getting old. Fabinho is almost 30, Henderson is already well above 30, just like Thiago. So we need to phase out those players in the next 2 or 3 years. And by the time they either leave Liverpool or become not good enough to be a regular starters, we will already have the next batch of young players fully established as Liverpool, hopefully world-class players as well in our team. And David Lynch is also reporting that Liverpool have made contact over potential deals for the midfielder duo of Khephren Thuram and Manu Kone, which is really exciting and encouraging. According to David Lynch, preliminary talks have taken place between Borussia Mönchengladbach, Manu Kone's club, and OGC Nice, the club of Khephren Thuram. The duo fit the profile of midfielder Jurgen Klopp wants to add to his squad, and it looks like we will have a huge midfield overhaul, and I'm really all for it. Both players are out of contract in 2 years' time, so they are available for a decent price. They are also not like overhyped players, and I'm really excited for both of them. Andy Naylor also said that Brighton have now given permission for Alexis MacAllister to undergo a medical for his proposed move to Liverpool, and this was confirmed by James Pearce as well. And the fee looks like it will be in the region of 45 million. I mean, what a steal, absolutely brilliant. And James Pearce confirmed that Alexis MacAllister already agreed a contract with Liverpool, which is really super exciting, and I'm really happy about it. And also MacAllister wants to get everything sorted with Liverpool before he joins up the Argentina national team. They play Australia in Beijing on June the 15th. So Liverpool still have about a week to wrap up this deal, and Liverpool moved decisively to get this deal done and dusted before MacAllister joins up with the Argentina squad. It looks like after Liverpool dropped out of the race to sign Jude Bellingham, they moved on to MacAllister. MacAllister became their priority transfer target. And I'm not too mad that we miss out on Jude Bellingham, even though he would have been a brilliant transfer. He will go to Real Madrid for around the same fee as Tchouaméni went to Real Madrid, which was around £100 million with bonuses. So even if Bellingham costs only like 90 or £100 million, for that price, we could pretty much get MacAllister, Manu, Kone, and half of Khephren Thuram. So for 120, 130 million, we get all of our midfielders sorted, and it's better to sign 3 midfielders for Liverpool right now than to just sign 1 in Jude Bellingham, because Liverpool lose so many midfielders that we definitely need at least 3 midfielders signed this summer transfer window. We have a small problem that Paris Saint-Germain are interested in both Manu, Kone and Khephren Thuram, and they have almost unlimited, endless amounts of money with Qatar financing Paris Saint-Germain. Qatar is one of the richest countries. They are an oil state and they are behind Paris Saint-Germain. So hopefully Liverpool can get both of these players. Let's push hard for them and let's hope that we can get these deals over the line. But if we just get one of them then and move on to Ryan Gravenberch or somebody else, I will be fine with that as well. I mean, PSG are paying such big wages and big transfer fees for players. It's almost impossible for Liverpool to compete with them. And what is also very good is that Khephren Thuram is perfect in English, because they were educated in Paris at an American school. That's why they have perfect English. And both Marcus Thuram and Khephren Thuram, the two sons of Lilian Thuram, the legendary World Cup winning France defender, they both had pretty similar football paths. Both played for the same junior club, Olympique de Nauy, and both eventually graduated to the youth ranks of another club. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Boulogne-Billancourt. Oh wow. And basically it's on the outskirts of in the suburbs of Paris, that club. And Khephren Thuram chose to follow his father's footsteps and join Monaco 4 years later, aged 15. Khephren Thuram made his mark at Monaco, impressing at youth level, and he was handed his professional debut aged 17 in a Champions League game away to Atletico Madrid in November 2018. He played half an hour as a substitute in a 2-0 defeat in a team which actually included Radamel Falcao, Yuri Tillemans and Benoit Badiashile, all 3 players I'm sure you are familiar with. His highlight of the season was a long-range goal scored in the UEFA Youth League, which is like the Youth Champions League version, and he scored against the Chelsea team which featured Conor Gallagher, Billy Gilmour, Tariq Lamptey and Mark Way, all 4 established Premier League players. And even though he was linked to Premier League clubs even back in 2019, he joined Nice, and in August of that year he made his French league debut. He settled in very well at Nice, following up a solid first campaign with an even better second one. He made 33 appearances in all competitions, earned his first call-up to the French on the 21 squad, and the following season, 2021-22 season, he won Nice's Young Player of the Year award, and he was nominated as one of the best prospects in the French league. And this season that just finished, Thuram continued his progress. He played 47 times for Nice, and in March he made his senior international debut for France, appearing as a late substitute in their Euro Championship qualifying win over the Netherlands. And his biggest strength is, one of it is his size. He really stands out, being 194 centimeters tall. He is a midfielder of a considerable physical presence, and one who as a result is extremely strong in one-on-one duels. Style-wise, he's something of an all-rounder. He shows up better in the defensive metrics, blocks, tackles, interceptions, and then in the offensive ones, chances created, shots. He's known as a player who can both win the ball and use it, and who is particularly good at pressing. Thuram's coach at Nice is a huge fan of him, Didier Deschamps, and in particular emphasizing Khephren Thuram's mindset and mentality. Khepren's fantastic, he said in an interview. He's very hardworking, very attentive. On rest days, he's at the training center. He recovers quickly for back-to-back matches. He completes high-intensity training. He listens and applies himself. He has room for improvement, and he's in demand. He simply eats up video analysis, additional sessions. He also advises others because he takes on a leadership role. He's also discovering himself as a person during this process. Not surprisingly, given his family background, Thuram appears to possess an inner confidence which convinces of his desire and ability to reach the top level. His school in Paris, he says, taught him not to be scared of being good, and the competitive nature of his upbringing means there is no fear of taking on new challenges. You can use having a very successful father as a footballer as fuel, that you want to reach the same level, you want to become a world champion with France, and you want to become a world-class player just like your father. I think that could be a great inspiration for him, a great role model. His father could also give him, or can also give him, advice that not many fathers can give to footballers nowadays, that he walked in the same shoes and he knows what it takes to become a top world-class professional football player. And of course he has room for improvement. Getting used to seeing more of the ball in games, for example, would be helpful. Thuram has averaged around 40 successful passes per match for Nice, roughly half of what a midfielder in a top-level side would expect to get through. Experience will help smooth off some of the rough edges, both in and out of possession. There can be a rather horrid element of some of his play right now, as he either chases down opponents or moves the ball on quickly. His aggression can be a strength, but knowing where and when to utilize it will be a key going forward, and that will be coming with experience. And he has big role models like Kevin De Bruyne. He said he's the best in his position, he's incredible, and he has been watching video clips of Paul Pogba, Yaya Toure, Patrick Vieira, tall, technically accomplished midfielders who were able to perform all facets of the game. And I think if he can become half as good as Patrick Vieira or Yaya Toure were in their prime in the Premier League, we are in for one hell of a player in Khephren Thuram. Vieira in particular could be a very good example to follow, not only because he was a big friend of Khephren Thuram's father, Lilian Thuram. The France legend's ability to use his frame not only to win the ball but to protect it and to carry it forwards was almost unique among midfielders in the 1990s and early 2000s. Patrick Vieira is an absolute icon and legend of the Premier League, and Khephren Thuram hopefully will follow in his footsteps. I'm not saying he will be as good as Vieira, but if he strives to be as good, then he could get close. Who knows? We will see. And the fact that Liverpool are really interested and trying to talk with Nice over the transfer of Khephren Thuram makes me very, very excited for next season already. And Liverpool already confirmed like 5 pre-season games, and I'm really, really excited about those as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.